In a world where digital music platforms and international pop culture dominate our playlists, the melodies of traditional Chinese songs are slowly fading away. Once the soul of Chinese culture, these timeless tunes are losing their prevalence in the modern century. How did we get here, and why does it matter?
For thousands of years, traditional Chinese songs, from folk ballads to operatic arias, have played a pivotal role in Chinese life. Songs like Jasmine Flower or ancient operas like Peking Opera were not just entertainment. They embodied the spirit, history, and values of China's civilization. The lyrics conveyed deep emotions, values of filial piety, love, and nature, while instruments like the qin and the dizhi added an ethereal poetic quality that modern music struggles to replicate. In the mid-20th century, the influence of Marxist ideology profoundly shaped Chinese music. Following the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949, music became an essential tool for advancing the ideals of socialism and uniting the masses. Under Mao Zedong's leadership, traditional forms of Chinese music were reinterpreted through the lens of class struggle, with a clear focus on elevating the working class and glorifying the peasantry. Folk songs were adapted to reflect revolutionary themes, while new compositions were created to inspire unity, labor, and dedication to the communist cause. Music became a vessel for political propaganda, with revolutionary songs filling the airwaves, schools, and public spaces. The state took control of musical production, guiding artists to create works that aligned with the goals of the Communist Party. Art and music were no longer seen as independent forms of expression, but as tools for shaping political consciousness.
In the 21st century, Chinese folk songs are still passed on from generation to generation. Our very own Rachel Igaras can be seen here, walking to the McNeil Concert Hall for her next performance at Rhodes College. As you can see here, two Chinese students will be performing the traditional Chinese folklore song, Jasmine Flower. As China modernized, so did its music. In the mid-20th century, pop music started to gain popularity, influenced by Western genres like jazz, rock, and later hip-hop and EDM. Technology, globalization, and the rise of social media gave way to a new era of music. K-pop, American pop, and electronic music began to dominate, sidelining the softer, slower rhythms of traditional Chinese songs.
The internet revolutionized how we consume music. Globalization exposed younger generations to diverse genres from all corners of the world. Chinese pop, influenced by Korean and Western sounds, overshadowed the more complex traditional tunes. Music consumption became instantaneous. A quick swipe or click introduces new trends in seconds. Yet, in this fast-paced environment, the intricacies of traditional songs often get overlooked. Traditional Chinese music, with its slower pacing and cultural depth, struggles to compete.
I'm Andy, and I'm a journalist. Today, we're interested in interviewing the Chinese youth to see if they're still interested in Chinese folklore music. Excuse me. Yeah, what song are you listening to?
I'm listening to Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
What do you think about Chinese folklore songs?
I rarely listen to traditional Chinese music. I find it really old-fashioned. I prefer to listen to trendy and fast-paced songs that you find on TikTok or in the clubs.
And there you have it. While I'm disappointed with the results, there has to be more reasons why such beautiful music goes underappreciated nowadays.
There's also a growing cultural disconnect. Older generations continue to appreciate the depth, beauty, and heritage that traditional Chinese songs embody. For them, these melodies are a link to the past, steeped in meaning. But for the younger generation, they're often seen as relics, outdated in the face of rapid modernization. Schools focus on preparing students for the global future, offer little emphasis on traditional music education. The media, driven by profit and modern trends, leaves even less space for such cultural preservation. As technology takes center stage in the lives of today's youth, the gap between these generations grows wider. The melodies that once unified communities and carried the weight of centuries of culture are now on the verge of being forgotten.
Despite these challenges, there is hope. Modern artists, aware of the cultural drift, are finding ways to breathe new life into the old. By fusing the sounds of China's ancestors with the beats of today, they're creating something new, yet timeless. A fusion that may just capture the attention of a younger generation. Festivals celebrating these traditions are on the rise. From Beijing to Shanghai, there are movements to preserve and promote these ancient sounds. But the question remains, are these efforts enough? Can modernity and tradition coexist? Or will the melodies of China's ancestors become nothing more than a distant echo?
In the quiet corners of rural China, where time moves more slowly, traditional Chinese songs still find life. Passed down from generation to generation, these songs are woven into the fabric of daily life, carried in by the wind in the forest fields, sung at local festivals, and cherished by those who remember their origins. While urbanization pushes tradition aside, in these villages, the music endures. In these rural settings, traditional music is much more than entertainment. It is a form of cultural survival. Despite the pull of modernity in the cities, here in the villages, these ancient melodies continue to echo. But as the younger generation leaves for the promise of the cities, the question arises, will these songs follow them, or will they remain as ghosts of the past?
One of the most pressing challenges for traditional Chinese music is the economic reality of the modern music industry. As pop music continues to grow and evolve with massive backing from global brands, record companies, and commercial partnerships, traditional Chinese songs are left underfunded and underpromoted. The commercialization of music has turned it into a product, one designed to generate quick profits. Pop songs are engineered to be instantly catchy, widely shared, and quickly consumed, leaving little room for the slower, more profound rhythms of traditional tunes. As the gap between the commercial success of pop music and the cultural value of traditional music widens, the future of these ancient songs may depend not only on artistic efforts, but on finding new ways to make preservation economically viable.
As we move further into the 21st century, the future of traditional Chinese songs remains uncertain. While they may be fading from the mainstream, their echoes persist, resonating in rural villages, cultural festivals, and the hearts of those who cherish their historical significance. These songs are more than artistic expressions. They are carriers of China's cultural identity, preserving stories and emotions passed down through generations. However, it's not just about preserving the past, but allowing these melodies to evolve in the present. Through modern reinterpretations, education, and digital platforms, there is potential for traditional Chinese music to find relevance with new audiences. The challenge lies in ensuring these ancient songs continue to shape and enrich China's cultural landscape for future generations.